call 740-525-9240.
Those are my legs.
Watch Freeform's 25 Days of Christmas.
Need a job or just looking for a change? Move Staffing can help. From entry level to executive, we will find you a position that best suits your skills and experience. These are great paying, permanent positions. Let us find the perfect career for you. We do it all at no cost for job seekers. We're locally owned and operated with a staff that has been here since day one. Voted the best staffing agency in the Mid-Ohio Valley 3 years in a row. Stop by and see us in Marietta, Vienna, or Cambridge, or call today. It's time to make the move.
The area's only locally owned steakhouse and premier dining experience is now open on Sundays. Rivertown Grill, Williamstown.
The all-new Mahindra Roxors are here at Lemon & Barrett's Parkersburg, West Virginia's only Roxor dealer. Stop in today and check out the base models with multiple options available to add on, like roof, windshield, heater, and much more. We also have the all-weather factory package with heat, air conditioning, full cab, and heavy-duty bumper with winch. Call or stop by to reserve yours today at Lemon & Barrett's Powersports, your one-stop shop for all things powersports. Follow us on Facebook for inventory and store updates, and as always, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.
Pick me, I'm delicious.
Hey, Creamfield here.
My sprinkles are fabulous.
Can't beat a good old glazed donut. Grr, I'm a bear claw.
Hey, why's it gotta be a donut? The pepperoni rolls are great.
I hear the pie is good there too.
JR's Donut Castle, a taste fit for a king.
I understand your love for the outdoors, and I have the best motorcycle and side-by-side rates in the market. Protect your bike and buggy with the leader in side-by-side and motorcycle insurance. Call Nathan Alfred Insurance today.
Fast Eddie's Title and License Service in Vienna is the solution to the long lines and extended wait times in getting your vehicle registration. No appointment needed. No renewal notice needed. You can do it over the phone in most cases. Walk out with your new registration and sticker. Call or stop by Fast Eddie's Title and License Service in Vienna today.
Do you want to get the most for your
evening, everybody, and welcome to the Memorial Fieldhouse at Parkersburg High School, where we are kicking off the CAS 45 basketball season with a girls' matchup between the Ripley Lady Vikings and the Lady Big Reds of Parkersburg High School. My name is Brian Guthrie. Mike Cameron wasn't available, and Joe Oliverio wasn't available, so I've got Ronnie Burt tonight.
I was the third choice. I didn't even make the first round cut. Or the second. I'm third choice. Fantastic.
But we've got what on paper looks like it ought to be a pretty good matchup between these two teams. Ripley comes in already having played 3 games. 2 of them blowouts, 75-16 over Capital and 67-10 over Point Pleasant. And then last week they beat Philip Barber 56-48, a little closer game. But the question coming into this game is Ripley that good, or is the level of competition not great?
Yeah, I was talking to one of the coaches earlier prior to the game, Brian, and you know, they kind of had a little bit of mixed thoughts on that. They were saying that their ball handling skills may not be up to par as what the PHS Big Reds are used to doing. So we'll see. It should be interesting. I think the 2 players you got to watch out for with Ripley are going to be number 33 and number 32, both juniors, putting up some pretty solid numbers every game.
Yeah, number 33, you mentioned Sophie Nichols, 22 against Capital, 15 against Point Pleasant, 16 against Philip Barber. She's getting looks for the next level as a junior already. She's had a lot of visits.
Yeah, and they're sitting junior heavy too. So this is going to be fun to watch, and including next year, right? They're not losing a lot of players. So
the Big Reds come in at 1-0. They've only played 1 game back on the 3rd when they played Mercer County out of Kentucky, a 59-50 win here at the Fieldhouse. Trinity Baylog led the way with 16 points. Bryce Smith chips in 15, but a lot of great expectations for Parkersburg coming into the season, both in the MSAC and statewide.
Yeah, you don't want Smith. You let her start warming up even as a sophomore. She's a shooter. She's a heck of an athlete. I've been watching her play ball since about 5th grade. She's just a fantastic athlete, and she's young. And then, you know, you still got Brylan Florence on here as a senior. She's also good from the outside, so could be a good showdown.
Potential is there for it to be a very good game.
But you know what they say when we show up. but the odds are better in basketball, right?
Yeah, the odds are better in basketball. It's a numbers game. But if you see the CAS truck pull up, there's a good chance somebody's going to get beat on. Before that was the case in football season, at least. So, and we got to start throwing out our big thanks to our sponsor for our basketball season, Jim Staley of Staley Law and Mediation. Friend of the program. He's backing us up for this season. So big thanks to Jim Staley and Staley Law and Mediation for being our sponsor for basketball season. And One Community Federal Credit Union sponsoring the scoreboard. So you'll see them throughout the night right down next to the score. We've got a fantastic season. I've been told it's an aggressive schedule for our winter broadcast schedule. We've got about 20 basketball games over the course of 2 months.
Lots of holiday stuff going on as well, right? I mean, band, choir,
we've already seen concerts and parades and all kinds of stuff. So now we're finally into basketball season, and we're ready to go. And they got them stuck. Nice. There we go. All right. Good. Got them out of there.
I think you and I spent a lot of time in the basketball gyms, Brian.
Yes. Yes, more than I care for. So we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get you ready for tip-off here at the Fieldhouse. Ripley and Parkersburg girls basketball coming your way, presented by Staley Law and Mediation here on CAS 45.
I sincerely hope you never need my services, because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law and Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
At One Community, we know you're spending more time at home lately. From snow days to sick days, One Community has you covered. With our online banking and mobile app, you can manage your accounts, pay bills, make deposits, apply for loans, even open a new account. It's easy, safe, and secure from anywhere on your time. So stay warm, stay well, stay home. Visit onecommunityfcu.org to get started now. One Community Federal Credit Union, ready for your future.
I sincerely hope you never need my services because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating I sincerely hope you never need my services because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law and Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
When you call the Basement Doctor West Virginia, you know you've called the right place. We'll help you solve the worst problems in your basement or crawl space, from bowed walls, cracks to water, mold, and more.
Our experienced and well-trained crews will carry out the repairs, leaving you with a drier, cleaner, healthier, safer, and more energy-efficient home. Plus, you get a lifetime transferable warranty.
You can trust the Basement Doctor of West Virginia. Call now at 877-DRY-TIME or visit basementdoctorwv.com.
I highly recommend Bowling and Dunn Family Dentistry. They make you feel so comfortable and provide you with quality care.
Everyone is very friendly and very helpful.
They're always smiling here, and I trust them with my smile.
They are very professional and good at informing you of what they are doing before they do it.
What's important to you is important to us. Bowling and Dunn Family Dentistry. Welcome to our practice.
Christmas is just around the corner. At Carl's Pawn Shop, you can find something for everyone on your list. We have affordable prices on quality, name brand merchandise such as jewelry, electronics, tools, firearms, American-made safes, and more. Our inventory changes daily. Stop by and see us on Emerson Avenue or on Division Street. Like us on Facebook and check us out online at carlspawnshops.com.
It's always fun to see what's new at Carl's. Carl's Pawn Shop.
Here at the field house after the national anthem, colors presented by the PHS Navy JROTC. Let's check in with our PA announcer and get our starting lineups.
She's a junior, number 2, Morgan Shanklin. And she's a junior, number 15, Erin Ryan. She's a junior, number 32, Abby Eastman. And another junior, number 33, Sophia Nichols. And she's a senior, number 55, McKinnon Hall. And coach at Ripley is John Kennedy. Now here they are from the School of Champions, your Parkersburg Big Reds. She's a 5'6" senior, number 1, Sierra Mason.
your starting lineups. Ripley, 4 juniors and a senior. PHS goes senior, junior, sophomore, senior, sophomore. But you've been watching these girls play like travel ball for years.
Lots of them.
And don't let the grades fool you. If it's a sophomore, they've earned that spot in the starting lineup.
It's like Bryce Smith on PHS. Definitely earned that spot.
For 32, Abby Eastman is at center court to jump for the Lady Vikings.
Like
Sierra Mason jumping for the Lady Big Reds. Big Reds 1-0, Vikings 3-0.
Let's get it started.
Welcome to the field house. Ripley will control the tip. And we are underway. 55 is McKinnon Hall, the only senior in the starting lineup for the Vikings. Drops it into Eastman. Turn around to Nichols, and she's got the first bucket of the game. We told you look out for Sophie Nichols, and she's already on the board 20 seconds in.
She walked right in there, Brian.
Mason goes down Broadway and misses the layup.
They will have to stop her if they want to win this ball game.
Entry pass to Eastman is knocked away and will stay with Ripley. We continue to talk about Sophie Nichols. Tall, long, quick.
She was warming up, and I don't know that she missed a shot, Brian.
She was Steph Currying it out there.
She probably was born with a basketball in her hand.
Eastman with the short jumper, and it's 4-0 Ripley.
Came out quick out of the gate.
Big Red still trying to answer. Here's Florence back out top to Mason. Drops it inside to Rexroad, who gets the bucket and the foul.
I think they actually called a travel on that, Brian. It was a walk.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they called a walk.
And that's why Ronnie's here, to correct me. Like she does all day in the office.
I got to do that on the air. That's awesome. That's exciting.
Turnover in the backcourt. Ripley trying to get it across the timeline, and timeout called by Coach Kennedy for the Vikings.
You're starting to see the Big Reds press. I think they're going to need to do that in order to start controlling some of this game.
And we talked about whether or not whether or not Ripley had seen the aggressiveness and the ball handling skills that Parkersburg brings to the table, and that just kind of, the press we just saw kind of led into it. If he didn't call that timeout, they were going to get the backcourt violation.
And I think that's what the Big Reds need to do is come out pressing early. You know, it's shutting down the middle lane. You can't let these girls go right down the middle and score.
Hall to inbound for the Vikings, and she will get it into Ryan. No call.
I'm not the ref.
Hall working out top pretty hard between the circles. Gets it over to Nichols. And a tied up in the corner jump ball. Arrow will go with the Big Reds right in front of the student section.
Brylan Forrest almost got it away from her without the jump ball, so good defense for the Big Reds. Seem right now to be playing man-to-man.
Baylog tries to turn the corner.
Like a little bit
and
of
a whistle.
It's like it was on Nichols, her first.
So Nichols or Eastman?
Looks like 33.
Yep.
That's why I'm here, correct, Brian.
Hall steals the inbounds, goes the other way, but lost the handle on it. And white ball. So Hall makes the nice swipe, but can't convert. Still 4-0 Ripley here. Minute and a half into the game.
It's off to a slow start. You're going to see it get a lot more aggressive. Nice pass.
Mason
right
drops
inside.
it into Florence, and a miss. Hall with the rebound for the Vikings. Kicked off by Baylog, but knocked out of bounds. Trying to get it over to Eastman. Or excuse me, that's Nichols. Eastman with a bucket, Nichols with a bucket, and that's it so far.
keep the press.
Nichols back to Hall. To the near side to Ryan, who gets it across midcourt. Trapped, but gets it away to Nichols. Nichols plowed into by Mason, and Mason's going to pick up her first foul.
Red foul whistle against number 1, Sierra Mason. His personal.
Ball to inbound right in front of us. Guarded by Bryce Smith. Into the backcourt. To Aaron Ryan. She'll bring it across the line. Long three from Nichols, well off the mark.
NBA.
Cleared by the Big Reds. Mason in the front court. She'll pull the trigger on a three. That's back iron. Ball knocked out to Smith. Another three on the way. Front of the iron for Florence. And the Vikings will come away with it. Still no points for the Big Reds.
Firing them. They just can't get them to drop.
Long jumper from Morgan Shanklin, and she sinks it. It's 6-0 Ripley. So PHS has been the aggressor, but they can't get any points on the board.
I just think they need to practice basic basketball right
Here's
now.
Baylog drives in. Eastman pushes her off the mark, and the Vikings push it back up the floor.
Nice pick by Brylan Florence.
Mason the other way, and her pass is stolen by Hall.
Like watching ping pong.
Ahead to Nichols.
Easy.
Lays it in. She's got 4. It's 8-0 Ripley. Timeout Parkersburg. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 8-0. Ripley leads Parkersburg here early on in the first quarter. And Ronnie, it's really kind of surprising. Like I said, PHS has been pressing. They've been hawking the ball. They've been picking them off. Is there a lid on that thing or what?
I don't know. They just can't get them to drop, Brian, at all. I think they just need to go back to the basic fundamentals of basketball and set up good passes. You know, look for the open players and finish, right? Go for a layup. You got to make sure that finish.
Had a couple good looks. Couple of them forced, but a couple good looks. Can't get anything to go. Big Reds will go the length of the floor after the timeout. 4:58 on the stop clock here in the first quarter. 8-0 Ripley. Baylog will bring it up the floor. Should be picked up by Nichols at the top of the key. Drops it inside to Florence. Nothing there, so she brings it back out. And Nichols is going to pick up her second foul.
Second foul early in the first.
Not good if your best player has 2 fouls less than 4 minutes in.
They're already pulling her out.
Yep, she will sit.
Double zeros coming in, Maddie
Vance. The 0-0. She is a sophomore, so she'll be the youngest Viking on the floor. Here's Baylog weaving through traffic, and it rolls in and out. No good. Medina,
I think Baylog was looking
for
a foul.
PHS, tried to bounce it off a Viking, and I believe she did. And and PHS will keep the ball. Is it Medina, Medina? Do you know? 2 for PHS.
I am not sure.
That one will not go in. Medina gets the rebound, chucks it into the backcourt. They save the over and back. Nice job there for the Big Reds. Bryce Smith into the corner to Florence. 3 on the way and hits it.
Nice bucket.
And the Big Reds finally on the board at 8-3. And a foul in the backcourt.
For 2.
They're going to plow into Aaron Ryan. And the foul is going to go on Bryce Smith, her first.
No, they called it on number 2.
Oh, did they?
I think that's my 3rd correction for you tonight,
Yeah,
Brian.
you're doing a good job.
Glad I'm here.
Somebody should. Halls picks it up at the free throw line, kicks it out to Hall. That's a 3, and that's all net.
Making those 3 points look easy.
Aaron Ryan hits her first basket of the game and makes it an 11-3 score in favor of the Lady Vikings. Florence goes down the lane and is going to get fouled. We'll see who they call it on. I think Vance might take that one, 0-0. It will. Maddie Vance picks up her first and is going to put senior Brylan Florence on the line for the first time tonight. 11-3 Viking lead here in the first. It's the members roll.
first one. Let's see if she gets the second.
Can't get the second one to fall, but rebounded by the Lady Big Reds. Baylog will start up the offense between the circles. Curls all the way in, and she will pick up a foul headed to the basket.
They're starting to drive more and pick up that foul.
Ripley foul call at number 2, Morgan Shanklin.
Morgan Shanklin going to pick up her foul as Rex Road is out.
The Big Reds, number 1, Sierra Mason.
And Sierra Mason back in for Parkersburg. Florence to inbound underneath the basket after the foul. Lobs it into Medina. Back to Florence. She'll fire up a three. Rattles that one home. And Florence has all 7 points for the Big Reds.
That's what I said earlier, to get her warmed up. I know we talked about Baylog and, Bryce Smith, but you let Florence get heated up, and she's going to shoot.
Turnover in the backcourt.
Smith.
Three from Smith is off the mark. Rebound Ripley by Aaron Ryan and a whistle.
At first I thought they were going to let him play aggressive, but
Trinity Baylog will pick up the foul.
Consistent press from the Big Reds.
Vikings break it into the front court is Vance. Drops it off for Hall. She will light it up from the top of the arc and drains it. McKinnon Hall for 3.
I feel like we're watching a 3-point contest.
14-7 Ripley. Mason can't get it to go. Follows her shot, and she gets it to go in.
That was a great rebound and going right back up with that ball.
Kick on Smith. Reset it for the Lady Vikings with the Big Red press on. 2:45 left here in the first. 14-9. Parkersburg has clawed their way back into this game.
They're letting them do a little body to body.
Nice job for Ripley, and wide open on the other end is Eastman. She's got 4.
It's the only thing about the press sometimes, Brian. You can get burnt. And they get it up the court.
Florence down the lane. Her layup is off the mark. Ahead to Vance, and she saves it right in front of the PHS student section. Underneath, laid up and in, it's Eastman. She's got back-to-back buckets, and the lead's back out to 9. And now is Parkersburg being too aggressive?
I don't know if there's such thing as being too aggressive. They're not executing. I think they need to set it up, do a better job setting it up and passing the ball and finding your open man. They don't need to force it. I feel like they're forcing it, not being aggressive, but forcing the ball.
Scrum for the ball underneath the basket. Morgan Shanklin.
Right, foul on Bryce Smith. Not a ref. Kind of looked like a jump ball, but they just caught a foul.
Parkersburg foul call at number 4, Bryce Smith. It's her first personal team.
It's her first foul.
Okay.
For Bryce.
And she will check out.
I can see some of the
Rex Road checks back in for the Big Reds.
I can see some of the Big Reds saying to calm down, so they know they need to calm down a little bit.
Ripley breaks the press quickly. 3 from Ryan is off the mark. Hall collects it underneath, wrestles it away, and puts it back up and in. And that was just a battle. 20-9, Ripley. Minute 20 to go.
She rebounded it, and Ripley just stripped it out of her arms.
Baylog, no call. Missed it. Kicked back out to Florence. That's a 3. Can't get it to go. And Hall comes away with it. Right now, McKinnon Hall is eating everybody's lunch out there. Ryan's pass is picked off. It's turned into a track meet. Mason, down court to Medina. Way off glass and no good. Florence will come out with it. Or excuse me, Baylog.
Yeah, the refs are definitely letting them play.
Letting them play.
Yes, they are.
Mason for 3. That's off the mark. Hall with the rebound, and she hits the ground, and a foul call. That's going to go on.
Against number 2, Brianna
Audrina Medina picks up her second foul, and we're under 40 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Entertaining, to say the least. Cross-court pass. That was a bullet to Shanklin. Out to Vance, and now Hall out top. The only senior on the floor for the Vikings is playing like it tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Strip. As I say that, she gets stripped going. Another three on the way. That's an air ball. Knocked out of bounds. Goes to the Big Reds.
Wasn't anywhere close.
We anticipated a big game from Sophie Nichols, number 33, but she picked up 2 quick fouls in this quarter and has been sitting most of it.
Yes, she has.
But the Vikings have not missed a beat, leading by 11 here in the waning seconds of this first quarter.
No, they're taking turns scoring and shutting it down. They're playing great defense.
There's Rexroad off the glass and good.
Finally get one to drop.
And that is how the first quarter will end. Vikings 20, Big Reds 11. You're watching high school basketball presented by Staley Law and Mediation on CAS 45.
I was in a traffic accident. I went from working 70 to 80 hours a week to all of a sudden being stuck with 2 broken legs in a wheelchair. The scariest thing in my life. I thought I was just going to be alone, start losing everything that I've worked so hard for my family. And when I met Jim Staley, he sat me down, we were able to talk, he was very nice, explained to me the process we were going to take and how he was going to be able to help me and my family going forward. And the fact that somebody will fight for you is pretty inspiring.
If you enjoy cheerleaders tumbling to enter Sandman, boy, are you in the right place.
You missed it.
Brian Guthrie and Ronnie Burke courtside here at the Fieldhouse. Ripley finishes a fantastic first quarter, leading by 9 over the homestanding Lady Big Reds, 20-11 as we start the second quarter. Ripley will have the arrow and will inbound right in front of us. See, that's us, right? I'm right under the scoreboard. Hi.
Me too.
You think I was lying there?
Now I can see myself. Barely. Smidge.
A smidge? A skosh?
That's the first time I've ever seen cheerleaders literally come out to enter Sandman.
Yeah, it's a first
Never
for me
seen
too.
it happen.
Yeah, that's new one on me. Vikings working it around the circle underneath to Hall, and her layup rims out, but she collects her own rebound.
That was a great feed by number 15.
Aaron Ryan.
Threaded it right in there.
Vikings taking their time with the basketball here to start this second quarter. Lady Big Reds all up in their business.
Bryce Smith was playing some good defense.
Here's Shanklin, will curl all the way around. Drops it to Ryan on the baseline. And Hall will fire the three. Too strong. Rebound to Aaron Ryan. Back to Hall.
Right now
and Ryan will fire the deep three. And that one's good.
You're letting them have too many second chance shots, Brian. They're not rebounding. Big Reds are not getting on the boards and rebounding. Way too many second chance shots.
Couple of triples for Aaron Ryan. She's got 6 tonight. Leads out to 12. Travel called on Rexroad. We'll see Mason come back in for Baylog for the Big Reds. And Hall will have a seat for the Vikings. And I'm trying to see who came back in. Is in. Ryan is in. No, Hall did not come out. She just went over and got a drink. I think she's been out there the whole way here. Here's Eastman. Turnaround jumper from the elbow is good. Abby Eastman has 8. It's 25-11.
Mason trying to drive it.
Nice drop off for Rexroad, and she'll get it outside to Smith. Trying to find a lane into Rexroad. She airballs it, but knocked out of bounds by Hall. Ripley Coach Kennedy over there wanted a foul called.
He's definitely upset right now.
Checking into the game for the Big Reds will be Jensen Varner.
Number 33, Jensen Varner.
Kaylee Rexroad will have a seat. Here's Florence trying to get in there.
Kicked it out to Bryce Smith.
That's all glass, but the putback is good for Medina. And Smith with the pick on the inbound. Over to Mason, back to Smith. Blocked underneath, but a foul called. Eastman looked like she had a clean block. She's got about 6 inches on her.
It looked clean, but I wasn't standing right down there, so. Great hands and great defense by Bryce.
Eastman picks up her first foul as Smith is in the scoring column for the first time tonight. Trying to make this a 10-point game from the charity stripe. And she does. Press back on from Parkersburg. Vikings have not had a problem with it much this evening, and they do not this time either. Ryan out between the circles for the Lady Vikings. To Eastman at the elbow. Hands off to Ryan in the lane. Knocked away. Collected back by Shanklin. She can't get it to go. Hall's there to clean it up. Back to Shanklin. Misses it again, and finally Mason cleans it up for the Big Reds. But it goes, it's what you've been saying. There's too many second chance points
That was
here for
3 or
Ripley.
4 chances.
And Smith drains a 3.
Smith is starting to warm up a little bit.
And it's a single-digit game down to 7.
I think you'll see more from her.
Vance tied up, lost it. Florence comes away with the basketball. Ahead to Smith, one-on-one. Scoop shot's not there. Block called on Aaron Ryan. And Smith is going to go back to the line. The 5'5 sophomore, you were telling me before the game, she put in 15 against Mercer County, Kentucky, the only other Big Red game. You said to be on the lookout for her.
Yes. She's just athletic. I've been watching her play, like I said, since 5th grade, and she's quick, she's fast, she's a smart player, and she's usually pretty consistent. So.
And the broadcast curse continues as she bricks the first one.
Yeah, right? Again, she's only a sophomore, so.
Flanagan has checked in for the Big Reds. And Baylog also back in for the Big Reds. Smith's second free throw is good. A quick 6 for Bryce Smith here in this quarter, and it's a 6-point game. Parkersburg press is beaten. Open man under the basket is Shanklin, but overthrown and a turnover.
It looks like they put number 23 in, Lauren Flanagan. She is a freshman. She's another one that's going to be one to watch in the next coming 4 years.
And Lauren Flanagan played at least 2 quarters of the JV game.
Correct. She is very aggressive, fast. She is another one that can shoot NBA threes and shoot your eye out. So you have to be careful, and you don't want to leave her open. Here goes.
And there she is open. Back of the rim, no good. Baylog with the rebound. Goes cross court to Smith. Curls in, baseline. Charge called on Smith. And that's her second. And the ball stuck.
I feel like it was getting stuck up there the entire time they were warming up, too.
That's the Big Reds, Grace Smith. Her second personal team foul, number 6.
Oh, Miss Nichols coming back in, didn't I?
3 tries, and we got it down.
Say one of the girls might have to show that ref how to get it down.
Smith with her second foul. She will have a seat, and Mason comes back in her place. And now Sophie Nichols has checked back in, number 33 for Ripley. Their leading scorer. Back on the floor for the first time since about midway through the first quarter. Vikings trying to get it out of the backcourt.
That was a charge. He went from a charge. He changed his call. He had it as a charge and then went to a block.
Coach Murray for Parkersburg thought he had charge the whole way. Instead, Medina will pick up foul number 3.
Wow, they're in the bonus.
And that's going to be 1 and 1. Team foul 7 for the Big Reds, so 1 and 1 shooting for the Vikings. I thought everybody along the far sideline had charge, and then the official comes from the back and yells block.
No, the same official called the charge, then changed it to a block. It was the same exact official.
Oh, my.
Yes.
So here's Sophie Nichols, has 4 points already early in the first. And hits her first free throw.
I don't think that's somebody you want to foul on and going to the foul.
No, Nichols, as we said, being recruited among the teams looking at her. West Virginia State, Concord, West Virginia Tech, Frostburg State. That's a lot of Division II looks for this young lady
as a junior.
Misses the second one, but the Vikings control the basketball.
Once again, they're out rebounding them. Vikings are definitely out rebounding Big Reds.
Loose ball, Nichols falls on it, and we call it a jump ball. And it'll be Parkersburg basketball.
Saw this happen last night at one of the ball games. You let them play too aggressive sometimes. You don't want to see anybody get hurt, right?
26-19. Ripley leads here. Inside 4 to go until the half. Flanagan tries to get it to Florence, but it's knocked away by Nichols. Nichols gets it back. Hall over to Ryan.
Fans are yelling they wanted a walk call.
Here's Nichols from the parking lot. Drains it.
Literally from the park. I think she was standing over here by us, Brian.
She's got 8, and the lead is back out to 10.
She makes that look easy.
She made it look real easy. Mason, her layup won't go. Cleared by the Vikings, and they'll push the other way. Hall drops it to Ryan. Ryan curls in over to Shanklin. Short jumper's off the mark. Picked up by Eastman, and she's going to miss, but fouled.
Once again, getting out rebounded.
They're getting out hustled right now, I think.
Yes, they are.
So Abby Eastman with 8 points in this ball game already.
Most of the Vikings' points are coming from their second chance or third chance shots.
Drains the first one. Rexroad checking back in for the Big Reds. As Varner will have a seat. Abby Eastman had 16 points against Philip Barber. This is the second free throw.
It's McKenna Hall.
But Hall gets it to go back in. She's got 7, and the lead is back out to 13.
That was a nice drive by Hall.
Off-balance shot, well off the mark. Vikings have it, now a whistle.
Looks like it's on Lauren Flanagan, number 23.
And that will put the Vikings back at the line, shooting the bonus.
Second personal team foul number 9.
Yep, Flanagan with 2 fouls.
Timeout, Big Reds.
And the Big Reds will take a timeout, 2:52 on the clock at a 13-point deficit. Ryan Guthrie, Ronnie Burt, courtside, happy to have you here. Tomorrow night, we're back on the air. We're going to be over in Marietta, as we'll see the South Girls and the Lady Tigers.
Well, let's clarify that. I won't be on the air.
You
won't allow me.
You're part of the broadcast crew, though.
You just found me on the side of the road and said, "Can you please help me
You
do
want to
this
call
tonight?"
a game tonight? So make sure you join us tomorrow night for South and Marietta girls basketball here on CAS 45. They are playing Air Force Buns by Nelly, so I'm okay with that.
Just don't dance, Brian.
Get to stomping them Air Force Buns.
Give me.
Where are you getting them colors? Are you dyeing them? Sophie Nichols back at the charity stripe to shoot the 1-and-1 for the Lady Vikings.
That, my friends, is why he's a commentator and not a professional rapper. Just talent. Oh, that's right. The talent.
The talent.
I I prefer glorified assistant.
Oh, I know you do. First one goes for Nichols. That's point number 9 for her.
She has such a pretty shot. Her form is
very effortless as she hits the second one, and she's into double digits. Lead back to 15.
I don't know if you get a better form than what she has.
There's Trinity Baylog in the front court for the Big Reds. She'll fire up a 3. It's off the mark, but she follows her shot, collects it on the baseline. Tries to go around Nichols and is going to get the whistle.
You know, that's another thing you don't see a lot anymore is, you know, even in boys and girls, following shots. You hear it yelled a lot by the coaches. So, prime example, she followed that 3 in, got it, tried to take it in, and was fouled.
Abby Eastman picks up her second foul, and will put Baylog on the line to shoot 2. Trinity has not scored yet this evening. She was a major point producer for the Big Reds last year, put in 16 in their opening night win against Mercer County, and she is still not in the score sheet. Now she is.
There you go. Talk that one right up, Brian. Scoreboard looks nice.
Yeah, it does. Baylog hits them both. Ah!
Slipped
What
right.
do I do?
The ball came. You're all right, Brian. The ball just slipped through Nichols' hands.
Big Reds take it over after the turnover. Flanagan to inbound, gets it into Baylog. Nice pass underneath the Rex Road, but she did get it to go. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Ripley basketball. I can't believe there was no whistle either way. Either way.
I know.
But I would have thought a whistle.
You hear a lot of fans getting upset in here.
All the inbound against the Big Red press. Gets it into Eastman, and she's immediately body checked. And that is going to go on Mason, her second.
You know, it's pretty even. They have PHS has 9 fouls called them. Vikings have 7. But I feel like the Big Red fans are expecting a lot more.
They're coming in clumps, though.
Exactly.
You get 2-3 fouls called every trip down the floor.
Can't see the number getting ready to check in, Brian.
That is Aaron Ryan getting ready to check back in. And number 5, Peyton Loudon for the Big Reds. Starting to check in. I think we're double checking to see if we're still 1-1 or we're shooting 2.
Oh, they're in the double bonus.
That's team foul 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 team fouls too, so that's double bonus time for Eastman on the stripe. Breaks the first one. Eastman has 9. We will see Loudon in for Mason and Ryan in for Hall for the Ripley side. Eastman's second one is off the mark. Rylan Florence comes away with it. She brings it into the front court. Loudon gets a shot up right off the bench and drains a 3.
Fresh off the bench. Didn't waste any time.
Call her the microwave. She's heating up fast. Vikings into the front court. There's Nichols for 3. Back of the iron, no good, but Eastman cleans it up. Out to Hall.
They're leaving them wide open on
Over
the
to
corner.
that's Shankman. Short jumper is good. And Morgan Shanklin has 4. And timeout Ripley.
Twice now they left them wide open sitting on the corner. Big Reds have left the Vikings over sitting on the corner.
And Coach Murray for PHS looks like he's going to spend the timeout. I thought he was going to spend the timeout jawing with the refs. But he is instead talking to his team. 36-24. It's a 12-point game. And honestly, it doesn't feel like it should be that close.
No. Only in the second, right?
Huh? Yeah, we're in the second.
So
Well, there's a lot of game
There's
left,
a ton
but-
of game
but-
left. Anything can happen. You know, and when you play this aggressive, it's, you know, you can tell who's been working in the off season, right, and who has the stamina.
When a press starts clicking and starts turning into easy baskets.
Exactly.
But Ripley has had no problems, or very little, I won't say no problems, very, very few problems with the Parkersburg press.
They've been handling it very well.
Parkersburg ball after the timeout on the floor for the Big Reds. Flanagan, Baylog, Rexroad, Lawrence, and Loudon. Here's Baylog. Into the corner to Loudon. She'll fire up another three. That one was way off the mark, collected by Nichols. Nichols pushes into the front court. Nice pass to Ryan. Back out to Nichols. She's in range, but does not pull the trigger.
And you can't leave her open standing back there.
Here's Hall from the free throw line. That is off the mark, right to Baylog, and she's going to push it. Push it real good. Ahead to Flanagan, but
Really?
she tips it out of
We're
bounds.
doing salt and pepper?
We might.
Let's not.
You don't want to?
No, let's not, Brian.
Ooh, baby, baby.
Let's not, Brian.
Ripley basketball after the turnover.
I saved all our listeners from that. You're welcome.
Nichols, yeah, you are welcome.
They might give me a full-time job at this.
Somebody's got to replace me. Here's Ryan out to Nichols, and she's going to pick it up between the circles. Under a minute to go here until the half, and now Hall out top. To Ryan. She'll try left side. It's not there. Back out top to Nichols. 40 seconds to go. Ripley taking their time.
Almost got 5 seconds.
Now back to Ryan. Three-man weave out at the top of the circle.
I thought
for
she
the
was going to
Vikings.
shoot it from there. I'm like, that's even more impressive.
Nichols picks it up, drops it into Hall, lays it up, and gets the foul.
Beautiful drive. Nice finish for number 55.
McKinnon Hall now has 9. A chance to make it 10 at the stripe.
And it's funny because if you look at their first 3 games, you don't even see her listed on here as a top scorer. How many does she have tonight, Brian?
She got 9 right now.
Oh, she's playing good basketball this evening.
About to put their third player into, and I jinxed her, Eastman with the rebound, tied up, jump ball, stays with Ripley. Nichols, Ryan, Hall. Shanklin.
Way off the mark.
And Eastman on the floor. The Vikings can't get the shot to go, but Nichols picks it off at midcourt.
You got to take care of the ball, especially
Under
when you're
10 to
down.
go. Here's Hall, runs into Florence, lost the basketball. Flanagan, 3, 2, 1, heaves it, nothing there. And that is how the half is going to end. Ripley 38, Parkersburg 24. We'll take a timeout, come back and get you some scoring and whatnot from the first half. 38-24. Lady Vikings lead the Lady Big Reds. You're watching high school basketball presented by Staley Lawn Mediation on CAS 45.
Even Santa knows where to shop. At Crown Decor and Gifts.
Since 1992, Fasteners and Supply in Mineral Wells has been providing the Valley with the equipment necessary to get work done. Now's a great time to come by and get the unique gifts for your hardworking friends and family. From tools to safety gear and everything in between, get them something they can use this year. So stop by 387 Elizabeth Pike in Mineral Wells or call 304-489-9500 and let us help you find what you're looking for.
You are looking at the new approach to help keep your spine in line. The Cox Table gently restores strength and flexibility of the neck and low back, providing treatment for bulging discs, arthritis, degeneration, and all bones out of place. The Cox technique is known to reduce or eliminate your dependency on over-the-counter and prescription pain medication and even help to avoid spinal surgery. The Cox technique in Falwell Chiropractic Clinic, your answer to relief.
Have you been considering replacing your home comfort system? Grog's Home Services has a holiday deal for you. We're offering up to 20% off a new heating and cooling system when you install this holiday season. That's right. When you get a new heating and cooling system installed by Grog's Home Services before January 1st, you'll get up to 20% off. This is one holiday offer you won't want to miss. Contact Grog's Home Services today to learn more about this incredible offer.
Think Penguin, think Grogs.
Jungle Ball.
Birds fans,
one community. We know you're spending more time at home lately. From snow days to sick days, one community has you covered. With our online banking and mobile app, you can manage your accounts, pay bills, make deposits, apply for loans, even open a new account. It's easy, safe, and secure from anywhere on your time. So stay warm, stay well, stay home. Visit onecommunityfcu.org to get started now. One Community Federal Credit Union, ready for your future.
I was in a traffic accident. I went from working 70 to 80 hours a week to all of a sudden being stuck with 2 broken legs in a wheelchair. The scariest thing in my life. I thought I was just going to be alone, start losing everything that I've worked so hard for my family. And when I met Jim Staley, he sat me down, we were able to talk, he was very nice, explained to me the process we were going to take and how he was going to be able to help me and my family going forward. And the fact that somebody will fight for you is pretty inspiring.
Jeremiah's Coffee House in downtown Marietta is more than just the best coffee in town. We have a full menu of locally sourced homemade items, scratch-made breakfast items, sandwiches and wraps, soups and salads, and the tastiest desserts. We can cater your event and even provide a space for your special gathering. And of course, we have the highest quality coffee around. Stop by and see us today or check us out online. Jeremiah's Coffee House, 175 Front Street in Marietta.
Parkersburg will start the second half with the basketball, trailing 38-24 to Ripley. Starting 5 back out on the floor for both squads, as the jumper along the baseline from Florence is no good. Brylan Florence leading the way with the 7 points for the Big Reds in the first half.
They're going to get back in this, Brian. The Big Reds, they definitely need to get boards.
Hall into the lane and block called on Rexroad. And Kaylee Rexroad will pick up her first foul. Scoring-wise for the Vikings, Sophie Nichols, who sat at least half of the first half, has 10. Abby Eastman with 9, and McKinnon Hall, the only senior on the team, also has 9. And that is McKinnon Hall on the line to shoot 2 after the foul from Rexroad, and she is now into double digits.
You know, when Nichols went out, she seems to be the one that stepped up for the team. Been aggressive on the boards.
This is the second one, but Eastman got the rebound, can't get it to go back. Ball loose underneath, knocked out of bounds, and it'll go to Parkersburg. But again, that's kind of the same storyline we saw for the whole first half. It was 2-on-1 PHS, and they still didn't get the rebound.
Yes, they are definitely being out-rebounded offensively and defensively.
Here's Brylan Florence out top. Over to Sierra Mason. She will pull the trigger, and it's all glass. And that's going to be Ripley ball. No press here early on from the Big Reds.
I'm kind of shocked.
I am too.
Especially being down 15. Nice hands by Bryce Smith.
Yeah, Hall
nice
tried
pick.
to thread the needle. It's not there. Florence pushes it ahead to Mason, and Hall knocks it out of bounds and will get it back. It goes off Mason.
That definitely...
no kidding.
I mean, we're sitting right here, Brian.
I wouldn't have made that call.
I would not have made that call.
Hall to inbound to Aaron Ryan. Back to Hall, and she'll start up the offense for these Lady Vikings. 3-0 on the season, 2 blowouts to start the year, and then a tighter game against Philip Barber last week. McKinnon Hall over to Sophie Nichols. Nichols curls around baseline, picks it up, drops it to Eastman. Bucket and the foul. Who'd they call it on?
I don't know.
Are they going to tell us who the foul was on? Oh, there we go. 44 Rexroad. It'll be her second. Both of them here in the third quarter, which is approximately 90 seconds old.
Yeah, the Vikings are just making really good, smart passes to each other under the basket. They're not forcing the ball.
Eastman with the swish. She's got 12. And it's 42-24. in favor of the Lady Vikings of Ripley High School. Florence between the circles to Baylog. She'll curl around top, working against Eastman. Trinity, nice spin move, high off glass, and is good.
Good drive by Baylog.
Her first field goal of the night. She has 4 points. Loose ball, Nichols comes up with it. We've got a scrum, and she turns it over to Bryce Smith. Smith will push it ahead to Baylog. Out to Florence for 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound by Ryan. Ahead to Nichols. 2-on-none break, and Eastman will lay it in. I don't know that the advanced tempo is to the Big Reds' advantage at this point.
Definitely does not appear that way.
Mason over to Smith. Big Reds have got to convert a basket.
You know, go back to the fundamentals, right? I know they want to shoot the threes to try to hurry up and get caught up. Get your easy buckets. Go in, try to get an easy layup or, a nice jumper. Get the foul and go to the foul line. Get your threes that way.
Baylog trying to survey the defense here. 2-3 zone from Ripley. Mason will fire up a 3, front of the rim. 1 and done again for the Big Reds. Nichols tries to get it to Hall, but Baylog picks it off. She'll fire a 3, front of the iron, no good. Eastman tips it out of bounds, and it's going to go to Ripley. I thought that was Eastman that got it, but apparently a white jersey touched it.
I thought it was Eastman as well, so.
44-26. Halfway through the third here. We're approaching halfway through the third. A little ahead of myself.
I just realized, Brian, I'm a lot calmer sitting here when I'm not watching my own kid play basketball.
It's different when it's not your kid.
It absolutely is it's so much different.
Nichols from NBA range can't get it.
Again, Brian, they're not capitalizing on the rebounds. I mean, this is the third shot. Out-rebounded again.
Rexroad goes to the floor and is going to get tied up. Jump ball, Ripley basketball.
I feel like the possession era is staying that way.
I thought Rexroad had it. Hall got down to the floor and tied her up. Nichols will launch another long one. That one is off the mark. Baylog comes away with the rebound. A long possession for the Vikings, but no points.
That was a very nice feed.
Nice
Easy
touch
bucket.
pass.
Again, fundamentals, right? That's how you get buckets.
Medina lays it in for her 4th point. 2nd bucket of the night.
Assist by Baylog, correct? That was a nice.
I believe so.
Yeah, that was a nice assist.
16-point Ripley advantage. Big Reds come in with a... Coach Kennedy wants a timeout.
He looks a little
emphatically wants a timeout.
Yeah, not many coaches get.
I don't know. He's got too much to be upset about.
I was going to say, I'm not sure what happened.
But the Big Reds come in. A lot is thought of them in the MSAC preseason ratings. A lot is thought of them statewide in the Quad A ratings. So, of whom much is expected, much is required, as the old saying goes. And right now, we wondered if at the beginning of the game, if Ripley was prepared for the level of competition Parkersburg was potentially going to present. They look more than prepared.
Oh, absolutely. They absolutely are prepared. They're a good team, Brian. I think you're going to see a lot more of them.
If they can play at this level all season, they're going to be a dangerous team come playoff times.
Yeah, you'll see them in Charleston if they play like this all season.
Shanklin over to Hall. 3 from the corner, and she drains it. Out of the timeout. Hall now has 13. Mason spinner in the lane, can't go. 1 and done for the Big Reds.
Again, rebounds.
And a whistle.
It's on Bryce Smith. She seems a little frustrated.
It is Bryce Smith, her 3rd.
Whistle against number 4, Bryce Smith.
Team's 3rd. And here comes the press from the Big Reds. Nichols, Hall, and Ryan in the backcourt. Into the front court to Eastman. Hand off to Ryan. They're trying to trap her on the sideline, but she gets loose. Drops it to Eastman in the lane. Into the corner to Shanklin. Won't go, but Eastman cleans it up. Her putback is short. Puts back her putback, it won't go.
It's another
Puts back her putback, and it won't go. And finally, Rexroad comes away with it for the Big Reds. 4 shots?
Yes. Got her own rebounds.
Medina is off the front of the iron. 1 and done for the Big Reds as Hall goes to the deck and a whistle. And I believe that's going to go on Rexroad. And that'll be her third.
We have some Big Reds getting in some foul trouble.
Rexroad with 3. Bryce Smith with 3. Adriana Medina with 3. Press from the Big Reds. Vikings get it across the timeline. And Hall will wait until the trap comes. Underneath Shanklin from the block, front of the iron.
We got a rebound.
But Rexroad with the rebound. 3-on-1. Rexroad goes in against Nichols and a block called. And Rexroad will go to the line. Sophie Nichols picks up her third foul, and then we'll put Kaylee Rexroad on the line to shoot 2.
Sophie Nichols was hoping for the charge on that.
Looked surprised that the call went against her.
Right. I think it was the right call.
And Rexroad can't get the first one to go. And these are the points the Parkersburg Big Reds really need to get. If the clock is going to stop.
I was just going to say that. You've got to hit your foul shots.
Rexroad, her first point of the second half. She's got 3. And she will find her way to the seats. Ellie Slack, the 5'10 junior, will come in for the first time this evening for the Big Reds. Parkersburg presses on. Here's Nichols coming up the near sideline, picks up her dribble, goes cross court to Ryan. To Eastman, 2-on-1 to Shanklin, off glass and good.
That's basic basketball, Brian. I mean, what they're
You've
doing
been
right now, the
harping on
Vikings,
fundamentals all night.
But that's what they're doing. They're getting it down, making smart passes.
Smith, high off glass, not there. Collected by Eastman, knocked out of bounds, stays with Ripley. And Ronnie, I will go so far as to say you can call these Vikings Windex. They are cleaning the glass tonight.
Oh. I'm not even sure how to respond to that. Or if
Well,
I want to.
I just got booed from the trailer.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I can't hear
That
them
was
right
coming.
now.
What do I do? Here it is, right at us. That's your ball. Send to the bleachers. What do I do?
I have one job tonight.
Yeah?
That's just to correct you.
Get out of the way?
No, just to
Oh,
correct
okay.
you.
Just to correct me. Parkersburg
No, your job
ball.
is to make sure I don't get hit.
Parkersburg ball after the out of bounds. Close it in on 90 seconds left in the third. It is a 20-point Ripley lead. Big Reds have had it down to 7 and 6, and then it just balloons back up the other way. Baylog out to Mason. 3 on the way and good. Mason's second basket of the night. She's got 5 points. Press from the Big Reds, knocked out of bounds, and will stay with Ripley.
They're trapping them. Yeah, here goes
Nichols
the
to
press.
Ryan. Yep, there's
Press is starting
Baylog,
to
gets it
work.
away. Lays it up and in.
2 easy buckets for the Big Reds. That press is starting to. We talked about.
Where PHS needs to make their hay, but the Vikings break the press. Hall about lost the handle, kicks it out to Ryan, and they'll reset.
It's like
Clock
they're
at
just
40 seconds.
earning some time off the clock.
They don't need to be in a hurry. They're up.
Anyway, Big Reds need to be in a hurry.
Yeah, they do.
So
A sense of urgency should be coming soon. A good 30-second possession here for the Vikings late in the third. My goodness.
This is just playing keep away right now.
Nichols waits for the double team, finds Hall cutting the basket, can't get it to go. And Medina comes away with it, and they won't get a shot off, and that's how the third will end. It's a 15-point Viking lead, 49-34 as we go to the fourth. You're watching high school basketball presented by Staley Law and Mediation on CAS 45.
I sincerely hope you never need my services because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law and Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
At One Community, we know you're spending more time at home lately. From snow days to sick days, One Community has you covered. With our online banking and mobile app, you can manage your accounts, pay bills, make deposits, apply for loans, even open a new account. It's easy, safe, and secure from anywhere on your time. So stay warm, stay well, stay home. Visit onecommunityfcu.org to get started now. One Community Federal Credit Union, ready for your future.
1 quarter left in this one, and Ripley still in command. A 15-point lead with the 8 minutes to go in this ball game. PHS basketball to start the fourth. Brian Guthrie, Ronnie Burt, happy to have you. Our season opener for the CAS 45 sports schedule, and PHS turns it over.
Got to take care of the ball. Trapped her. They had her trapped.
And a whistle. They're going to call a reach on Smith. Bryce Smith is going to pick up foul number 4.
I have to remember I'm here commentating and I'm not refereeing.
Huh?
I'm like telling myself while I'm sitting here that I'm commentating and not refereeing.
It looked like a good trap along the sideline.
Looks like a great trap, and that's where you want to get him is trapped on the baseline.
Nichols will get it across the midcourt stripe to Hall. Cross court to Ryan. Back to Hall between the circles.
They just got to put pressure on him and try to get that ball back.
The Vikings' last possession in the towards the end of the third quarter, a good 30-35 seconds long. They didn't get any points, but they didn't need to.
Yeah, they're burning the clock right now.
Hall goes to the deck, but out of bounds, stays with the Vikings. Hall, Nichols, Ryan, Shanklin, and Eastman. Your 5 Vikings on the floor as Ryan's 3 goes over the backboard. Baylog, Florence, Mason, Medina, and Slack, your 5 Big Reds on the floor. A quiet night for Trinity Baylog. She only has 6 points. Brylan Florence has 7 and has not scored in the second half. Just as I say that, Trinity Baylog hits a 3.
I was going to say, you just talked that right up, Guthrie. I mean, we still have a ball game. Couple mistakes,
Vikings
couple
have
takeaways.
to finish. There's a takeaway there. Medina comes away with it. Nice around the back dribble. Big Reds have to convert on the offensive end. Mason for 3 and airballs it. Hall's going to go the length of the floor to Nichols. Florence from behind with the foul. And that's kind of where I kind of grip my teeth. It's like somebody's about to eat that in.
Right, you don't want him to get hurt, but, you know, in basketball, that's a good foul. If you have one to take or to give, which she did, Florence did. But on 33, she's probably more than likely going to make her foul shots, but most of the time.
Nichols' first point of the second half. She has 11. Florence, her second foul, team 6th already.
Yeah, that's already in the bonus.
Tipped out of bounds, and it'll go to Parkersburg as Nichols can't get the second one to fall. She's got 11. Eastman has 14, and Hall has 13. Balanced scoring for the Vikings with those three team leaders. Big Red's got to get something cooking here. And Florence turns it over.
They are forcing the ball and not taking care of it.
Eastman will slam on the brakes and wait for reinforcements. And Nichols will literally pick it up. Eastman almost shot it, but then didn't. Here's Ryan. Coach Kennedy saying, let's do something. He's still coaching his fanny off over there.
He has not let off the gas, has he?
No.
I like to see that in a coach.
Mason with a nice pocket pick.
I really do. Got to finish, right?
Lobs it ahead to Medina, to Florence for 3. And that hits the side of the glass. Student section wanted a whistle. They're not going to get it. Hey, to PHS's credit, let's give some love to this student section for a girls' basketball game. You love to see this kind of representation.
Quite a bit. Absolutely.
Hall goes in and lays it up and in.
See a lot of the boys' basketball players sitting up there supporting the girls, and just a lot of students in general.
Here's Slack underneath, and she'll lay it up and in. Her first bucket. And a timeout by Parkersburg.
Down by 13.
Lead still around 13. It seems like Parkersburg can get it to 13, 12, 10, and then all of a sudden it's 19 again.
Exactly.
We're back on the air again tomorrow around 7 o'clock. Kind of depends on.
I get to do it all again tomorrow?
We'll put you on the sideline. We'll make you like Aaron Roberts.
No, you guys shove me in the trailer and make me do the scoreboard.
Aww.
So depressing.
I'm saying the royal we. We as the CAS 45
the
team.
real talent will be here tomorrow.
Yeah, Mike will be back tomorrow. We'll be in Marietta as the Lady Tigers host the Lady Patriots of Parkersburg South. Be on around 7 o'clock whenever the JV game's over. It's kind of how we kind of got a guess. So let's say 7-ish if you join us on CAS 45, CAS Facebook page. Also on YouTube. Thanks to everybody who's watching this game. Great matchup here between Ripley and the Big Reds. Ripley at 3-0 on the season. Parkersburg 1-0. It has been all Vikings this whole way. At one point led 8-0 in the first quarter. They have not trailed this entire game and have led by 10 or more for most of the game. We'll see a press from the Big Reds. Getting into desperation time. They need to get some turnovers and some easy buckets. But quickly into the front court is Nichols, and she immediately drains the nice jumper. Just a smooth mechanics from that young lady, Sophie Nichols.
It's effortless. It looks effortless for her.
Try to get it inside to Slack. She lost the handle, and it's a turnover. Vikings in no hurry. Big Reds got to create some pressure here. And
absolutely, you think they would be creating. And
Eastman got loose under the basket. Nice assist from Nichols. Abby Eastman now with 16.
That was a real nice feed.
Trinity Baylog trying to get some space to operate. Go over to Brylan Florence.
I think at this point now they're just going to try to shoot threes to get back in it. I mean, you almost have
Time to start chucking them.
There's
one.
one.
Baylog hits one.
Pop that right up.
Her second triple of the game.
Didn't we say they can almost get within 15 and you feel like you're closing the gap, and then
Trinity all of a sudden has 12 points. 10 here in the second half.
They got to apply pressure. Only 3 minutes left in the game.
I would think you get more of a trap at this point.
Yeah, and let some of the ones that, well, don't really want to foul though. They're in the bonus, so it's just giving them points.
Hall with the scoop shot underneath doesn't go. Florence had it and a whistle, and I think that's going to go on Hall. Nope, goes on Eastman. Her third. Eastman with 3, Nichols with 3. Nichols picked up 2 early in the first quarter. Sat most of the first half.
Well, and even the third quarter, she picked up her third one pretty quickly.
Yeah. Lawrence trying to get some space. It's not there. Rexroad hands off to Baylog. Big Reds just cannot get any room to maneuver. The Vikings are suffocating out there. As a 3 goes in for Florence.
And Florence warms up.
Rylan Florence, her first bucket of the second half. She's got 10.
Down by 11.
Presses on. Game certainly not out of reach for the Big Reds. And Sophie Nichols wants a timeout. Full timeout for Coach Kennedy at 2:17 left in this ball game. The lead down to 11.
I mean, it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You've been harping. I hate fundamentals.
Yes. Honestly, watching this, and this is some of the things I get frustrated when I watch my daughter play, right? Sometimes you feel like everybody wants to be the hero. And not necessarily in this game, but, sometimes you see that everybody wants to be the hero. Basketball's fundamentals. You work the fundamentals, you get points on board, and you win games. When you lose that, you turn the ball over, you don't out-rebound, things like that, you lose ball games. And honestly, Brian, probably half of their points have come from second and even, honestly, third of them from third chance shots.
I would think that when the Big Reds go back to look at the film of this game, they're going to be
practicing rebounds,
shocked and disappointed by how outworked they were on the boards.
Absolutely. That's the first thing that they're going to see. They called it on Florence.
Her third, team 7th. We're 1-1 the rest of the way.
Like I tell everybody, you can't take them home. Might as well spend them. Well, that's what I tell my daughter.
That's what you tell your daughter, yeah.
Can't take them home.
Yeah. The 5, 10, 14-year-old that lives in your house. As Ryan hits the first one, her first point of the second half, she's got 7. Aaron Ryan has not put a lot of balls in, has hit a couple threes in the first half, but has done some fantastic ball handling for the Lady Vikings tonight. And she's rocking some pink sneakers. Hits them both.
That's the thing, man. They all wear the bright shoes now. I know when we were growing up, everybody wanted matching shoes, right, as a team. No, not team colors. Not now. It's the brightest.
Rexroad lays it up and in. 58-45, Ripley. As we're inside 2 to go and a whistle, and I think that's going to go in Medina.
And it's one thing to get the foul to stop the ball, but that's probably not the right person you want to foul.
Yeah, I don't know that you want to hit an all-stater.
Right.
Medina has foul number 4 and is going to put Sophie Nichols on the line to shoot 1 and 1. And rims it out, but collected by the Vikings. And Ripley was even playing 5-on-3 with 2 of them in the backcourt.
Yes, they were. Now they're just playing, again, keep away. They're just going to burn the clock.
An impressive performance for sure out of the Ripley Vikings tonight, as Smith will commit her 5th foul, and she will be done for this evening. Just trying to stop the clock.
She seems a little frustrated because I think she was looking at her teammates thinking somebody else was going to cover that, knowing it would be her 5th foul.
And she's just going straight to the locker room.
She is straight to the locker room.
It's a little hot.
Gotta cool off, simmer down.
Hall shooting the 1-and-1, hits the first one.
You know, she's been a huge compliment to the team. I mean, I don't know how she normally performs, Hall, but she's definitely. How many points does she have, Brian?
16 now.
Yeah, she's definitely. She's been great on the boards.
She has played a fantastic game, 17 points.
I mean, from driving it in, getting the fouls, hitting her foul shots.
Okay, when Nichols went out in the first half with foul trouble, Hall really picked up the slack.
Yeah, she did.
Florence for 3.
And they called it.
And fouled, and she's going to go to the line. A little late whistle.
It was really late.
Abby Eastman will pick up her 4th foul. And Brylan Florence will go to the line to shoot 3. She's got 10 points tonight, but only 3 here in the second half. And I put the hex on her to miss the first free throw. Second one's good.
Florence is normally a really good free throw shooter.
5'9" senior. Really going to be counted on for this team. She hits the second one too, or excuse me, the third one. The lead is 11, but now the clock is kind of the 6th man. Is that a foul or just stepped out of bounds?
I don't know if they called it.
I think they're just going to say out of bounds on Nichols. So Parkersburg ball with 84 seconds on the clock. It's doable, but you're going to have to get some
you're gonna
seconds.
have to work.
You're going to have to get some points.
I mean, if they can get Flanagan open and let her shoot, she, like I said, Lawrence got a really nice 3-point shot from outside.
PHS taking their time here.
Yeah, they don't have time to burn like
Lawrence
that. Nailed it.
From the bench.
Literally from our trailer out in the parking lot, pulled that. Down by 8.
The lead is into single digits for the first time in quite a while as it's 8. And now Hall, trapped in the backcourt, will get it to Nichols into the front court. PHS is going to have to foul if they want to stop this clock.
Someone needs to foul.
And Baylog will slap Hall to stop the clock at 42 seconds.
You know, it's frustrating to watch a team be down by that much and then 42 seconds left to come back.
Baylog gets her second foul. It's going to be team foul 10, so double bonus, and Hall will sink the first. 18 points for McKinnon Hall. The senior for Ripley. Make it 19, 10 in the second half. The lead is back to 10 with 40 seconds left. PHS took entirely too long to get a shot off last time, and now Trinity Baylog will pull the trigger quick, and it'll be an air ball and go to Ripley. And the Ripley fans here at the field house about ready to celebrate what'll be a 4-0 start to the season for these Lady Vikings. 2 blowouts against Capital and Point Pleasant, a hard-fought win against Philip Barber, and then coming into the field house and really out-hustling the Big Reds for all 4 quarters as Nichols wrestles it away, and they will play keep away for the last 8 seconds of this game. Aaron Ryan between the circles, over to Hall. She'll wrap it up, and the clock will expire. And you can hear those Viking fans. 62-52 is your final here from the field house. McKinnon Hall, 19 points for McKinnon Hall. Sophie Nichols with 13. And Abby Eastman with 16. Brylan Florence leads the way for PHS with 15 points. But Ripley led this thing from start to finish.
They came out strong and they finished strong.
Ripley will take their 4-0 record on the road on the 9th, which is, today's the 7th? 8th, 9th. So Friday?
2 days.
Is that Friday?
Sure.
Ripley will be in Sissonville on Friday.
The holidays, Brian. No one keeps
Yeah,
track.
I have no idea what day it is. And Parkersburg, now 1-1 on the season, will take the long trip on Friday over to the Eastern Panhandle to take on Hampshire. So both these teams on the road now for another game this week. We're back on tomorrow from Marietta. The Lady Tigers hosting Parkersburg South. We'll see you about 7 o'clock whenever the JV game wraps up. Ronnie Burt, fantastic job.
Thank you. Am I allowed to do it again tomorrow?
You have to ask Mike.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. Okay.
Or you can tell Mike. I don't care. I'll sit over here and just somebody who shows up to sit over there.
Thanks for inviting me. I really had a great time.
Thanks to the CAS 45 crew, both on camera and back in the truck. A great job, as always, and a great game to start our 22-23 basketball season. 62-52, Ripley, a winner over Parkersburg. My name is Brian Guthrie alongside Ronnie Burt. Thanks so much for watching high school basketball presented by Staley Law and Mediation here on CAS 45.